When you hear the word Australia, what do you picture? Beaches, kangaroos, maybe the Sydney Opera House? But here's the truth. The women of Australia hold stories far more powerful, complex, and inspiring than any postcard image. From the ancient traditions of Aboriginal women to the ambitious energy of modern leaders in Sydney's skyscrapers, this is the untold story of Australian women. And once you hear it, you'll never see Australia the same way again.
1.
Breaking the stereotypes. Let's be honest. The world loves stereotypes. And when it comes to Australian women, Hollywood has done us no favors. The stereotype? Sun-kissed blonde surfer girls, drinking flat whites, always at the beach, always carefree. And while that image exists, it's just one tiny slice of reality. Because here's the real truth. Australian women are some of the most diverse women on the planet. 49% of Australians were either born overseas or have at least one parent who was. That means the women you meet in Australia carry stories from China, India, Greece, Italy, Lebanon, Vietnam, and so many more countries, all woven into one cultural fabric. So the first thing we need to do is break that cliché. Women in Australia are not one type. They are not one story. They are millions of stories colliding in a country that values freedom, independence, and individuality.
2.
Lifestyle of Australian women. So, what's life actually like for women in Australia? Well, it depends on where you are. In Sydney and Melbourne, women live in buzzing cities that feel as fast-paced as New York or London. They're up early, often balancing careers, social lives, and fitness routines. Brunch is almost a religion here, and cafes are full of women catching up, networking, or simply enjoying avocado toast with friends. But drive north to Queensland, and it's a completely different vibe. Here, the lifestyle is slower. Women wake up with the sun, maybe go for a morning swim or surf before work, and weekends are often spent outdoors. Whether it's beach picnics, hikes, or BBQs, nature isn't just a backdrop. It's part of everyday life. Now, let's travel further inland. In the outback, life is tough but incredibly rewarding. Women here are often managing cattle stations, farms, or small communities. Imagine raising kids while also running land the size of a small European country. That level of resilience is unmatched. These women embody independence, grit, and strength. 3. Culture and heritage. Now, we cannot talk about Australian women without talking about Aboriginal women. Aboriginal culture stretches back over 60,000 years, making it the oldest continuous culture on Earth. And women are at the heart of it. Aboriginal women are storytellers, artists, healers, and leaders. They pass down the Dreamtime stories, tales that explain the creation of the world and guide how people should live. Through dance, song, and art, these women preserve wisdom that's lasted for millennia. But what's fascinating today is how Aboriginal women are bridging two worlds. On one hand, they honor their traditions. On the other, they're thriving in modern roles: lawyers, doctors, entrepreneurs. They carry the weight of history while shaping the future. This duality, tradition and progress, is what makes their stories so powerful. 4. Beauty in Australia. So, what defines beauty in Australia? The answer might surprise you. Unlike some countries where beauty is polished and perfection is the goal, in Australia, beauty is about authenticity. Women here value natural confidence. On the beach, you'll see women with salty hair, sandy feet, and sun-kissed skin, and they own it. In the cities, fashion is stylish but never overdone. Effortless chic is the goal. Beauty in Australia is also diverse. In Sydney alone, you might see women with Mediterranean features, Asian elegance, Aboriginal strength, or Northern European looks, all blending together to redefine what Australian beauty even means. And perhaps the most beautiful thing? The freedom. Australian women don't feel pressured to look one certain way. Their beauty is about individuality, not conformity.
5.
Work and ambition. Let's talk ambition. Australian women are among the most educated in the world, with universities packed with female students striving for excellence. They're leaders in business, government, and science. Take politics. Australia has had a female prime minister. In business, women are breaking into leadership roles, running startups, and shaping industries. In sports, Australian women dominate globally, in surfing, tennis, and swimming. But here's the real story. Ambition in Australia is not just about success. It's about balance. Women here want to achieve, yes, but they also want to live. They prioritize health, mental well-being, and family time alongside their careers. That's the Australian approach. Ambition without burnout. 6. Relationships and family. When it comes to relationships, Australian women are fiercely independent. They value equality in partnerships. Marriage here is often seen as a partnership of equals, with both contributing to careers, household responsibilities, and parenting. Family life is warm and communal, but here's something unique. In Australia, friends often become family. Women create strong support networks, groups of friends that feel like sisters, always there to celebrate wins or support through struggles. This sense of chosen family makes Australian lifestyle deeply connected and uplifting.
7.
Fashion and style. Fashion in Australia is fascinating because it's influenced by climate, lifestyle, and diversity. Picture this: denim shorts paired with luxury handbags, sundresses with sneakers. Eco-friendly brands and sustainable fabrics are incredibly popular, reflecting a culture that values the environment. Australian women don't chase trends as much as they embrace comfort, freedom, and confidence. The fashion is easygoing, just like the culture. Yet it can switch from casual to glam in a heartbeat, especially during events like the Melbourne Cup or Sydney Fashion Week.
8.
Challenges women face. Of course, it's not all sunshine and beaches. Like women worldwide, Australian women face challenges.
There are still gender pay gaps.
There are safety concerns, particularly around domestic violence. Aboriginal women, in particular, face disproportionate struggles with representation and opportunity. But here's the inspiring part. Australian women are not silent about these issues. They lead movements. They protest. They demand change. And in many cases, their voices spark global conversations on equality, justice, and representation.
9.
The global inspiration. So, what can we learn from the women of Australia? That lifestyle isn't about wealth, it's about balance. That culture isn't about uniformity, it's about diversity. And that beauty isn't about perfection, it's about authenticity. Australian women remind us that strength and softness can coexist. That you can be ambitious and still value family. That you can hold onto tradition while embracing modernity. They show us that the most powerful kind of beauty is being unapologetically yourself. If this gave you a new perspective on the women of Australia, then imagine what you'll discover as we travel the world together. Because every country holds untold stories of women who shape culture, redefine beauty, and inspire us to live differently. So don't miss it. Hit that subscribe button right now, because next, we're uncovering women's stories from around the globe, and trust me, you don't want to miss a single one. Subscribe for more women around the world.